Guys, welcome back to my channel. By the title you already know the reason why we're here. Please, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, like, share, do all those good things, because like your girl needs you to do those things for her, you know. If you're new here, what's up, what's going on? If you're existing, you know what we do. I'm so fucking tired, bro. But yeah, by the title of the video, you already know what this video is about. And you guys are wondering, like, the fuck you running mate for? Actually, it wasn't my choice. It wasn't something I wanted to do. So let me give you the gist. I schooled in the ghetto, okay? So, you know, things happen. Bro, hold on. So like, you know how I have to always give you like background gist to lead into the main gist. Okay, so it was the last week of school, right, which is exam week. So now it's exam week, and you know, everybody's broke, no provision, and all those things are going on, because like if you went to a boarding school, you know that the last week is now also to survive, you know, also to survive. If you no get money, hunger go kill you. You go to chop every day school food. But like personally, it's not like I'm trying to brag or anything, but I still had provision, because as a girl that I am, I don't like eating like provision every time. So like I always have provision. My provision was literally for giveaway, because I don't eat it. So everybody with the chop minus me. The only thing I used to eat in my provision is probably like Rice Krispies, and that's all. And so like it was last week of school, and apart from me being last week of school, it was first day of exam, right? The night before, nobody read, because my school did not engine for us to read book. And if you know, in Edo State or in Benin, I don't know where, if it's Edo State or Benin, but like they do this thing where you have like 3 hours light, 3 hours no light. So obviously 3 hours light will end by 9, I think, and so that's like, I think that's the ending of prep. And so from there the journey is supposed to be on or something. But like this day we didn't even have, like the day before exam, the day before our first day of exam, we didn't have prep, because I think we didn't have diesel in the gen. Like I told you people, it's the ghetto, so we didn't have diesel in the gen. So like, and nobody wanted to go and talk about it. I really don't know what was happening. I swear I don't know the reason for them not putting on the gen that night, but the gen wasn't on, and we didn't really, I think we had low current light, so a lot of people didn't charge their torch lights. So it's like the devil just say, everybody, you see this day, we are failing, don't bother. And so in the night, people that charged their torchlight like during the afternoon time, actually we were not a lot that had torchlights, so people that charged their torchlight during the daytime were using it to read at night. So people like us that don't have torchlights, now shadow lights, they use your lights, they shine from there. They use them over here. Actually, that's a lie. We just used everybody's torchlights in the middle of the room, apart from some people share. So like we were suffering, you know, straining our eyes to read so that you not fail exam. But somebody like me, so if you know, I don't mean like with stress, full life for me. As I saw that I wasn't seeing road, because normally I wear my glasses, but then I don't like wearing them. I don't even, at the point I don't even have them anymore. So and I can't really see. So they were really giving me, like, the whole thing was giving me headache. I'm like, you know what, I'm not doing this whole midnight torchlight P with you. I'm going to sleep. And so I go and sleep, right? And then it is Monday. Most people haven't read. Actually, nobody has read. Let me not even lie. The people that read, they were not really reading, because like is your own torchlight you're using. And we didn't really people didn't really charge our torchlight because of like low current and everything. So obviously you don't really have the opportunity to read in the night. So everybody in the morning, everybody's like frustrated and everything. So people don't really go to eat. Instead, they go to school area to read. Read. Okay, put yourself together. So we went to school area to read in the morning instead of going for a breakfast. So like literally that day was so the longest day of my life. Cause like after that we had exams. I won't say I was roasting because like the first day of exam, I think we didn't really have like hard subjects, so like I was cool and everything. Because I didn't really bother myself in the night. So so like after exams that day, it was in the afternoon. I think Monday mornings we had Indomie. First of all, the Indomie was nasty, so you won't see me there. I think in the afternoon we had, was it beans? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, but like I think Monday afternoon we had beans, and then for sure Monday evenings we had rice and stew with meat. Because some days we have rice and stew with fish, some days we just have jollof rice and fish. But like Monday evening we have rice and stew with meat. And so obviously people didn't eat in the morning. In the afternoon when everybody came back, it's like I just want to wash my uniform and go the fuck to bed, you know when like first day of exam is always the most stressful day ever. Like you just want to sleep because like the night before you have put too much pressure on yourself. And so, and like this one was even worse because we didn't have light to read, so it's like you have put double the pressure that you put on yourself normally. So like everybody was beg, make I go sleep. So nobody really used to eat beans in my school. So it was come back from school area, wash your uniform and sleep. But people like me, I did not follow that pattern. My own was come out from school and sleep. The uniform will wash itself. Don't get me wrong, my uniform was always clean, but like I had like extra. Some of us had extra whites, some of us had peas and all of that. So I really didn't used to stress. So like what was I saying? Actually, don't give me that look, because like I was actually the nicest person in my set and in the set before my set. Period. Ask anybody, I was the nicest person in the world. But yeah, so it was evening. Everybody looks up to Monday evening rice because like that's the only meal we can eat throughout the day because the remaining is trash. So rice is something you can manage regardless. So like it's evening, everybody's sleeping, obviously. So the bell for food wakes us up, right? For evening food. And so that this is the two things now. Look at my nails. Can you guys see it? Yeah. The ghetto. And I'm ashy as fuck. So the bell for food wakes us up from our sleep. So now the fight is it worth standing up to go and eat, or should I just finish my sleep? You have to when you hear the bell, you have to, should I stand up? You sure say this rice go water make I just sleep, because like why the fuck am I going to eat rice? It's like, but like when you think about it, Tuesday morning is yam and stew. Nobody. If people eat yam and stew, it's 4 people, and I'm not even lying. So it's like this food that you're about to eat is what's going to sustain you to like maybe throughout tomorrow. Plus you don't really have provisions. It's last week of school, so better just stand up and go and eat that rice. So everybody stands up. We're still dragging our leg to the dining hall, like, cause like it's a thing we do every time before we go to the dining hall. We pray, God, please let this food be sweet. Let me not be wasting my time, And so we're still dragging our leg to the dining hall. Did I mention I schooled in the ghetto? Yeah, I already did that. So have solver. Knowing the fine girl that I am, I have actually solver, because what's all that? What's all that? So like, this is another story. In my school, we had goats and sheep walking around like they were all students. We had a farm in my school. The goats and sheep are supposed to be kept in the farm. But because at the end of the day, all of us are goats and sheep, because we all don't listen. So They said they might. I mean, I don't know why they released them, but like my own take is that since all the students don't want to behave themselves, we might as well just release their peers so that everybody, like, there's no difference. You are a goat. This is a goat. You people can be in the same space because you behave alike. I mean, so we used to have goats and sheep everywhere, and so God, we get into the dining because like sometimes like these ghosts are really humans. Sometimes they break into the dining hall and just chill, shit everywhere, and peace out, you know. And so if the cooks get there early, they clean. Like people clean it before we get there. If not, you eat your food with goats. And so I think that day they locked the dining hall with like padlock or something. And so they get there before they open the dining hall. And so we enter. We get to the dining hall. Everywhere is smelling. Like it smells so bad. But like we didn't really pay attention to it because goats they used to shit everywhere. And so this dining hall was actually smelling like goat shit mixed with something. I don't know what it was, it just didn't smell nice. And so people were just saying, why this place they smell? Why this place they smell? Everybody say just dead issue. Cause like we looked around and there were really no goat shits on the floor. So why this place they smell? But like, people were like, nah, smells maybe goat enter, maybe they don't sweep up, but the smell just still there. Like you really never can tell. And so we still say, okay, maybe not so. The next thing, brothers and sisters. Excuse me, the next thing that happens is that they open the stew pot and it's like the smell gets better, worse than I don't know how to explain it. Like the stew didn't smell like, you know, when you use the meat stock of bad meats to cook the stew, it has like a whole different, like, okay, it now is the smell is pronounced, like, okay, this thing is actually stinking. And then when you don't use the meat stock to cook the stew, so you just like put the meat inside. I don't know how to explain it, but then the smell got better a bit because like all we were smelling at this point was like tomato, like stew smell, but we're smelling the shit of goat or something. I don't know what it was. And so we carry our food to our table. We're all eating, and SS3 table, somebody there is like, this food they smell. I think somebody tries to eat their meat and they're like, this meat they smell, I beg. Like, this meat they smell, what's in this now? And so like my table, SS2 table, I think somebody on my table pretty meat and knows like, this meat they smell. But then, and then, you know, cause like this, okay, this is a whole story for another day, but I'm just going to check it in somehow. So in my school, there's this thing called pairing, right? Where a boy and a girl, they're not supposed to be seen together all the time. But like, as a coconut head that I am, me borrow, I don't listen. So they were always reporting me every day and night to the principal. They were tired of calling my mommy because like my mom is not going to pick up the calls to tell her that her daughter is following man and all of that. And so today was one of the days, that day was one of the days where they went to go and report for pairing. And so everybody was furious and angry. Like, and then the person that saw his reports for pairing, his name was, we called him supervisor. And so we're shouting his name like, come and see the meat that they served us. Like, if it's for you people to go and report that people are pairing, you people will run to the admin and report. Look at yesterday night, we didn't have gen to read. Today game rotting meat, what's all this? And then actually some people were saying, bring the meat. People were, SS1 boys were eating the meat. I'm calling all of you out. I don't fucking care. They were chewing the meat. I'm like, do y'all know about food poisoning? No? Okay, I see. So they were like gathering the meat, eating it, and I'm just there like, okay. We felt bad because like I've already eaten from this rice. Do you get? So half of this rubbish is already in my body regardless. Like, Now I think about it, I really want to cry. I have rotten stew meat in my stomach. Okay, it's not my stomach again, but like, why I didn't deserve it now? Cool, deserve me, or deserve, but nonsense. And so we're calling him that, oh, come and see what they've given us to eat though. Hope you're happy and all of that. And he comes and he I think he puts the meat in his mouth and he turns like he talks to the caterers like why do you people waiting that they do now see our children they complain of rotten meat. And then this was the point where I knew that people are wicked, you guys. People are really wicked. Because you mean to tell me that these people cook this food? Because obviously you're the one that cooked it. How are you going to tell me that you didn't know that this meat was bad? You actually boiled this meat, you put it in the stew, and then you served it to us, and you want to tell me that you didn't know that this meat was bad? You didn't know what you were doing. You want to tell me that you had kata or something, you couldn't smell that, it smelled like fucking shit. You didn't. You're wicked. And so they're like, oh, look at now, this meat is bad and everything. And this woman just, we know no say the meat's bad. Please explain to me, ma'am. Is it not you that boiled the meat? And apparently the head caterer wasn't around, so it was just like the two people that used to cook for her. And then there were the ones around that gave us this rotten food. I'm just like, if we deserve this, you would have told us, "But you people have been acting funny. That's why you guys gonna eat rotten meat." Like, how you going to lie in front of us and be like, "You guys didn't know that this meat was bad"? And so, like before this time, we have already been complaining about this food. We have been complaining about food for a long time. The food most of the time didn't have taste, and then we're just tired at this point. Because this was last week, nobody really had provision to like go back to hostel, vex, and eat your provision. Nobody had it. Nobody had like that. So it's like the few people that had, some of them wouldn't want to share. So it's like, regardless, people are going to starve. But like, whatever. And so we like got to hostel, and we were plotting like, oh, what can we do? Like, this is actually getting too much. These people have been doing this shit for like way too long, and I think it's time for them to leave. Like, today was actually the high. They gave us rotten meat, and so we're like, since we, because like legit, we've been sending like our prefects to go to the admin and be like, oh, complaining about the food and everything, and they're always saying, oh, they will change, something will happen about it, blah 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 blah, and then we were just done at this point. So, well, like maybe if they see like little children cry, they would actually answer us. So we were like, since it's also last week of school, we can actually just go to admin. Everybody, like full borders, every hosteler can go to the admin and like cry or something. And so we're like, okay, so what's the plan? What's the plan? And they say, oh, Divine, your own job here is to make all the juniors cry, because they like you, so maybe you can talk to them to cry. And so I call everybody. I'm like, oh, so we're going to admit tomorrow, and everybody must cry. Every junior student must cry, because they must see you guys crying, maybe to move them or something. And so I'm like, oh, what will make you cry? If you insult my mommy, I'll cry. Okay, cool. You what to make you cry? Just say you don't want to be my friend again. Like, it was, they were saying a whole lot of stupid shit. I don't know if they were playing with me or if they were serious. And then I'm like, okay, Sha, let's do testron. If I pinch you, cry. And then I was pinching these children. I don't know if they were faking tears or if they were actually crying, but tears was coming out. I'm like, good. This is what we need. This energy tomorrow. And I'm like, please, you guys, for real. If we go there tomorrow and nobody cries, like, it would be a different thing if you come back to the hostel, because like, I would kill you. Like, And so they're like, okay, sure, they'll cry. Yes, now, so now I'll cry. I'll cry, because why are they giving us resting for? I say, yes, that's energy. And then it's morning, right? And so I think SS3 girls go and talk to SS3 boys that, oh, mind you, this night again, we didn't have light to read. So this whole exam that we wrote, we're just living on the promises of God. And so it says three girls gonna talk to their classmate boys like, oh, you guys, this is the plan. Tell all your brother boys we're going to like admin after assembly. And they're like, oh, okay. And so after assembly, I got out these junior students and I'm like, you guys remember you're supposed to be crying, right? So what do you need me to do? You want me to beat you? You want me to pinch you? What do you need? And they're like, nothing, I'll cry. Tell me why. Tell me why we get to the admin and um, um, I'm looking for the juniors that are supposed to cry. They're behind me laughing. Who's laughing with you there? I'm just me and this other senior, Maser, me and Osama Ser, we're looking around like, aren't these children supposed to be shedding tears? Could you hear me? I was confused. Like, didn't we already have an agreement that you guys are going to cry? So what's all this you guys are doing? What's this laugh about? What's funny? And so we look around and since nobody's crying and we have natural tears in our eyes, that's how me and someone started crying since nobody else wants to cry. Because they actually just, those children ridiculed me for real. Because like, this was a deal. This was a deal that I had with you guys. And you guys are just going to come here and act like we didn't have a deal. Okay, cool. And so me and my sister start crying and the management are just shouting, calm down, all of you go back to your classes, we'll send your prefects to you, calm down. Then they call all the prefects to like the office while people are still outside shouting like, you guys, we need food. And like they call all the prefects to the office and they're telling the prefects that, oh, help us to calm these people down, tell them that they will do something about it or something. And then the prefects come outside and they're like, you people calm down, but then they're giving us eye like, you guys continue shouting, why the fuck are you calming down? And then the VP comes and she's like, calm down, go back to your classes, we're gonna get back to you. Calm down, go back to your classes, we're gonna get back to you. Oh my god, what kind of stress is this? This have never happened in the history, blah 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 blah. And then we finally like go back to our classes. And then, cause like personally, if it was me and like a few other people, I wouldn't leave there, cause like the plan was to get there. And literally, because like I feel like if everybody said that, okay, we're not writing exams today, there's no way you guys can fail everybody. We're not writing exams today if we don't get something to eat and something, they would have done something faster. But everybody was like, I beg you, I go call miss my chemistry exam, I beg you, I go call miss my physics exam, I beg, I go to say we no go, I beg you. Like it was so the fuck, they're feeding you rotten meat and I'm talking about chemistry exam. If you not eat, we have sense to write chemistry exam. Piss me off. It was so annoying, Sha, because like after everything that we planned, we just wanted to go and make 2 seconds noise and they literally drove us away and everybody ran and we went away. Like I'm just there like, are we going? Okay, since we're going, let's all go. It was like after our first paper, we're like, okay, so what did this whole school thing, what did they do about it? And so we had this lady in our school that used to sell like when I say classic, I mean like classic egg rolls, meat pies. Like she has the best egg rolls in the world. Coming from me, she has the best egg rolls in the whole world. And so they're like, oh, you people should okay, so they send our prefect to us and they tell us that we can go and get food from Madam Ofo, and that's the person that sells. And I'm like, okay, because like everybody thought that, oh, all the brothers thought that they said we can go and get food from Madam Ofo for free. And so we all went there to go and, like, we first sent the junior students, because like I can't go there and then they ridicule me, you know. So we sent junior students first to go, and then we're like, okay, they say people should go and get food, starting from the juniors, people should go. And then they go there and they collect food and they're about to leave. The woman's like, okay, so where's my money? And they're like, oh, Auntie so and so said that. She said no. And then we're going to call the VP and we're like, but you said we should go and get food. And she's like,
no, I said your people can get food first before the day students. I'm like,
with which money, ma? With which money, ma? With which money, ma? Tell me the money we're going to use. And so we just start like everybody, like literally at this point, everybody just starts another round of cry because like everybody's broke. So which money do you say we should go and collect extra, to go and collect round two or food before the cocos could hear me, could actually hear me. And at this point, people are just like wailing, crying.
I'm hungry. I had chemistry exam. You know it. I'm so hungry. I'm ready to get me job, I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Actually, you guys think I'm playing? Like people were actually crying like that. I cried. I'm not even going to lie, but I wasn't crying. I'm hungry. I was just like, don't cry. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna go. Thinking about it now, it's funny, but on that day we were crying. Also, like my last money, like this, I think my last cash was like 2K. So instead of my 2K, I used 1K to buy food for like me, my friend. But Shasha, I used with money the 1K to buy food. I think we were. I think we were 6 or 7. I don't remember how many of us, but we shared egg roll and fish roll and drinks. We shared it. That's what sustained us for that day. And I was really quite pissed because like they didn't do anything about it. They just the woman, the caterer, the overall head of caterer, she now came back. She was like, when we had, I think, and you guys want to know the funny story that on Tuesday morning they gave people yam and that same stupid stew. Like people don't have hearts. You're still, we just been complaining that this stew is rotten meat. You're still serving us the same stew in the morning, but I couldn't relate because I don't even eat yam in the first place. You won't catch, like I didn't eat yam in school, so you won't catch me there. The only day you catch me there, was maybe probably they're serving spaghetti or rice. Like you never catch me there for that. They're nasty indomie or their beans or okay, you can catch me there sometimes when they're serving semo and egusi, depending on my mood. But like, bro, it was crazy. She now came in the evening. She was like,
you guys, I just want to let you guys know that after everything happened, we're so sorry for today, and we're going to make it up on Thursday. We're going to make you guys fried rice in the evening instead of,
I think porridge. I don't remember.
But we're going to make you guys fried rice in the evening. That's what you guys are going to eat before you go home. We're so sorry.
That's all. That's all y'all gonna do. So what are the people that ate the rotten meat and now have food poisoning? What about them? What's gonna happen to them? What time are they going to sit and eat fried rice? Cause like, I'm not understanding. Koye me. Like, okay. Like it was really crazy, you guys. I swear to God, it was crazy. Cause like, people are wicked. And we resumed the next term. And the old caterers were still there, like the ones who were in charge of the rotten meat P. The fuck is this? The ones who were in charge of the rotten meat P, they were still there. And I'm just like, who let these people in this building again? This time, I sure as rotten meat they'll give us obi, they'll give us rice that has maggots. Cause koye me, like bro, up to now I'm like, oh, we're actually living on some type of fucking risk in that school. Cause like, rotten meat, and you were dishing this food out like no man's business. Like you were steady dishing this shit out. You don't even have conscience. You were giving people's children rotten meat, and it's not like we not pay school fees. We paid though. It's not like we're coming. It's not charity. Or we paid. You guys can't even do. I mean, I get that there was no lights, right? There was really no light, so maybe the meat in the fridge that you guys had was already bad. It would have not killed anybody, because like if you guys just said, oh, this evening we're making you people fish, like nobody would cry. We'll still accept the fish and move on. But like I think they were trying to cut costs, because I don't know why else you give somebody's child rotten meat if you're not trying to cut costs. Cause like, can't comprehend. I'm not even going to lie. Like we cried. I cried like serious tears. Like if you know me, you know that I'm a baby. Especially when I want something. Like I'm a baby when I'm hungry. I'm a whole baby. I will cry. I would actually cry. Like in school, I used to shed tears and but what's wrong with you? I want Indomie. That's why I'm crying. I swear to God, I would cry if I'm hungry. Cause like especially because I don't like in school, I didn't have appetite to eat anything. So like the few times when I wanted something, I wanted it. You get me? So I would actually cry, I would wail. There was this one day I sat in the corridor, I was crying. Everybody was passing, Divine was on me, I want you to do me, I want you to do me. So my matron was like, who is that and why are you crying? I'm like, I want you to do me. I think I've been waiting beans. So you see, even making my matters worse, like beans and Indomie, they don't come together. I mean, if I was craving Indomie and like you guys had rice, I'll eat the rice and not cry like that. But like I wanted Indomie waiting beans, it no go rhyme. I will cry. Like if you were in hostel that day, please I beg you comment down below. Like I was crying. Like Divine was wrong. I want Indomie. I want Indomie. I was crying like a whole baby. Like it's crazy. When I'm hungry, I would cry. Let me just tell you now. If you ever go out with me and I say I'm hungry, better feed me because when I start crying, go bust too. I would cry if I'm hungry. But yeah, it was really a crazy experience. Now I can laugh about it, but like back then it was really mad because why are you giving us rotten food? What do we do? I know that sometimes we throw food away, but it's because it's not sweet. If it's sweet, I'll not throw it away now. You see, check them out, bro. It's so far. Don't take your children to Benin. This is the third. I think this is the third video I'm telling you this thing, or the second video. I think the second video. Don't take your children to Benin. Don't take your children to Benin. Don't take your children to Benin. Leave them in Lagos. Leave them in Abuja. Leave them anywhere that they are right now. Don't take your children to Benin. It's not a good. Okay. This is me editing the video now in November. It's literally, hold on, where's my phone? It's November the 14th and I'm just editing this video. So don't mind the next clip. Thanks, bye. That is it, guys. We have come to the end of this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. What's wrong with me? Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this video and drop a comment. Do all those good stuff. My birthday is in 2 weeks time. I'm excited. I don't know why, but I'm kind of like excited about it because like flips hair, you know. I don't know why, but I'm just excited. It's not like anything. I'm just happy, you know, that I didn't die because of COVID-19. Okay. Oh. I didn't show any signs. Okay, I think I should go now. Bye.